Okay, so this is my Outpost Zimonja settlement. It is the first time that I've built at this settlement. I've always wanted to build here, and I've never gotten around to it. I don't know why. Yeah, I'll kind of just give a basic rundown on the base and how I put it together and what I do that helps me create a more kind of atmospheric, immersive looking base. I hate doing audio. I hate my voice, and I'm not a good speaker. So I apologize. And if this sucks, I will just stop doing it, and I'll go back to quick, snappy videos with no audio that just kind of briefly run through the settlement. And that's totally fine by me. It's a lot easier and saves me a lot of time. But if this is beneficial, then I'm glad. I hope I can give people some ideas and tips for growing and expanding on their own settlements. So anyway, let's get into it. That's enough time wasted. Um, so I've called this settlement Fiddler's Green, and the reason is I just really like this sign. That's the only reason this settlement is Fiddler's Green now. It's a cool neon, and I really want more of these cool signs. So if anyone has any mods, please let me know. I want to spruce up this gate because it's so bland and it's so boring it hurts. Um, yeah, I want some big signage over here. I want some more decorations and stuff, but um, I haven't got any. So if you know any, let me know. First up, the snazzy door, which doesn't fit at all with this settlement style, but I just found it in the mods and absolutely love it, so we're using it. And welcome. This is it. This is the main street that runs right through the settlement. The settlement build, I wanted to make it green with a lot of foliage and nature blended in with the structures. I always add a lot of different textures. So like here, for example, metal, glass, cloth, wood, and then down to the ground. And that just helps really make it feel more immersive and add some depth to it. And you mix that in with some nice lighting, like the shadows that are cast by the sun hitting the trees and the foliage, and the kind of gaps where the light shines through. Really makes it more atmospheric, which is like what you see in Diamond City around the ramen booth, with all the steam flowing and the light hitting these kind of overhanging cloths. So that's what I like to do, and I think it helps make my settlements look better. Anyway, let's get into the tour. Here's Art's art, where Art sells his art, and he's got a lot of art that Art likes to sell. And people can come in, they can use this facility for fixing up their stuff, and if they've got some power armor or armor they want to amend, anyone can use this. This is our apartment agency here, where if you want to rent one of the apartments, I'll show you later, you have to come in here and speak to nobody, because there's nobody here, but usually there'd be somebody, and you have a little consultation, have a nice bit of a local bread baked right here at Fiddler's Green, and a coffee. And coming out of here, Fallon's you'll see there. So this is a clothing shop up here, which I'll get to later. Now down the alley here, let's show you everything. And then there's another place here. There's another alley here. I like to really close things in and keep everything really compact, everything sitting on top of each other. Again, that to me is just Fallout, so I like to try and design things that way. So in here, travelers and traders can sit, if they want to do a bit of cooking, if they've got some beans or some cram or whatever, then they're free to use this and kind of make it a nice gathering place under a sheltered roof here. Then here is our local restaurant, which I'll go in a second. Here is our armory, which is nice to see someone actually at their post working. And then kind of down the main street here, this would lead to our second exit, which I'll go out of later. This Nuka-Cola bottle is holding up. It is a kind of pillar for the kind of treehouse builds here. So let's just go back. That's the main street. Let's start by doing some of these alleys. So if you see my other videos, I love to have a detective agency. I love the neons that come with it. Now I want to light this up a little bit better. It's a bit bland, but this is the agency so far, and he is obviously on vacation, or he's just woken up. I don't know. Oh, well, he's in here with Piper. I'll make some assumptions, or should I say presumptions. Let's leave those two alone, and let's go over to the Memory Den. This is the local bar. This is one of my favorite places to hang out. I can get a lovely whiskey, again, which we produce here. And we've got some nice, comfy or comfortable chairs. You can relax, play some pool, or billiards or snooker or whatever it is. And there is a VIP area up here. We've got a red and orange kind of lighting theme. I wanted a Pulp Fiction vibe in here as well, so I actually wrote the "Say What Again" from Samuel L. Jackson in that great movie. And around the back here is how you get to the bar and where the workers do their work. So let's come out of here, and oh, there we go. This is good. So he's sat having some what is that? Pizza? Amazing. I didn't know the restaurant did that. Let's go through here. Here is a very small, very minimalistic church with a few pews, and that is all. Right next to this kind of heap of crap. Not the best place for the church, but hey ho. Then here we have our grocers, where we can get our locally grown, organic, fresh vegetables and fruits. We've got our potatoes, our melons, our gourds, the bread, which we give to the local apartment agency, and nice little farm shop here. Here is Good Brew, where we do our own alcohol as well.
Pretty simple arrangement.
I've tried to, again, focus on lighting and focus on textures to make this seem a little bit nicer and atmospheric. And I like this room. This room came out pretty nice, actually. And here, you can look at the whiskey distillery we've got. We've got the Tarbury wine tub. We've got the Gwinnett Stout Brewery. It's a really nice space here. So anyway, let's go back to the apartments. These are the apartments that you can rent with the agency if you're looking. This one is a 1-unit, 1 bed, but you've got a stove, fridge, dinner table, window in the back. This one's a little bit more for those who don't get too claustrophobic. It's very cramped and it's a bit darker. And above here is our 3rd apartment. And these are called Bluebell Apartments. And I'm going to put the brand name there. And if we come in here, this one is a 2-unit apartment. So you've got 2 units worth of space here. You've got a much wider kitchen, beautiful window view where the raiders can shoot you while you're eating your breakfast there. Maybe not the most practical. And you even get your own balcony with cloth covered to protect from the rat rain. Well, not that it will protect you, but it gives the illusion. And all of these apartments don't have a toilet, but not to worry, because they get a shared facility here with a nice bath, toilet, and double sink set with, again, a beautiful window overlooking any raiders that decide to come and shoot you. Now, here is the first building I built in the settlement, and I have still not decorated it. I would like your advice on what to put in here. After you've seen the rest of the settlement, tell me what I'm missing, tell me what would be good, whether it should be a really big gun shop or grocers or whatever. I would love some creative, fun ideas. I was thinking this might turn into a counter of some sort, maybe some storage around here. I don't know. Let me know ideas in the comments.
If you need anything
Now this place is connected to all the other places. There's a path to everywhere from here. So this way is our armory, which I like how this one came out. I've got the small window kind of ceilings, just kind of small areas of window light that can kind of flood in and brighten the whole place up. And then over here, kind of open window seating area for people to take a rest. Again, really comfy and cozy, and the textures and the lighting really help. So, if I talk about lighting a lot, it's because, well, I love photography, and we all know that's all about lighting. Now, let's go this way. If I come across here, this you will see is very open plan, and this leads us to the back gate, where the guards can view from over here. And I've got no guard. Again, we're susceptible to a raider attack at any time, and nobody seems to care. But moving on, we've got our butchers over here, where we've got our meat and our fish. Great. He's putting them on the same chopping board. Beautiful. And if we come down here, this is our second kind of area, if you like. I don't really know, but it's kind of a nice. I kind of built this as a chunk, and so the agency, the bar over there, that's all one chunk, and this is another chunk. So let me explain. Here we have the vault shop. I got tired of just building your trader and your medic and your armor, all the basic fundamental shops that every settlement has. I wanted to make this one a little different. In my last build at Kingsport Lighthouse, I did the Dave's Graves, and this time I decided, well, we've got art to art, and the vault shop, where we get our goods from Vault 111. And I found some good stuff in the mods that I already had, like this neon sign,
sometimes I make little sense.
cryogenic chamber.
Work on this.
I don't know who would want to buy that, or why they'd want to buy that, or how many caps it's going to cost, but it's kind of a funky shop. I kind of like it, and Curie is working here for some reason. She chose it, not me. And we've got housing up here, again, all part of Bluebell Estates. And over here we've got the hostel on the second floor and the hospital on the ground or first floor. Very minimal hospital, very flat, not very entertaining, but it provides its purpose, which is to help people not look aesthetically pleasing. Here is the hostel, kind of standard. There's a bathroom in the back, shared space. This is the housing where they've got their individual kind of styles, very cramped. They are triangular, so
we must find the men of science and
not the most practical, but
surely they are
kind
out
of
there
made this whole base with like a kind of less square, less like blocks and boxes and everything. I'd actually love a mod which has more kind of shapes where I can make circles or, I don't know, pentagons or hexagons or octagons or whatever it is that gives me a little bit more free reign on giving angles to the settlement. Now, in keeping with the greenery and the grass everywhere, I put a treehouse in the settlement, and we've got an elevator up to the lookout tower, just your standard lookout tower elevator, nothing too exciting, so I won't bother. And the treehouse I haven't decorated yet. Let me show you, and you can give me some ideas on what to put in here. Again, I didn't want just another lookout tower with, I could put a chair and a table and a candle and whatever. Give me some ideas to make this a little bit more exciting. What can I put in this treehouse? Something a little bit more fun. So let's go back there. And let's go in here. This is one of my favorites. I love how this turned out. I put a lot more effort into this room. Really spruced it up. It is the clothing shop. It is Fallon's. And, I got the round counter in keeping with the round design, which I like. You can get your clothes washed over here. Again, I love how the lighting at this time just comes in and hits the ironing board. Has that shine. It's really beautiful. Again, adding some warm lights with some cold lights really helps give it a nice atmosphere. And then coming out of there will lead me right the way back up to this main facility of nothingness. And it's got that kind of treehouse feel where everything's intertwined. So I guess I'll give you an overview of the garden, which is just down
Been too long
here
since I
where we
picked a
grow
fight.
all our crops. To save time, I'm just gonna jump down. Our meat is God, that looks disgusting. I can't really read that. This is our smokehouse for all the animals we will butcher. And let's get out of here anyway. Let's go down to the restaurant, which if we go in here, you can order here. You can watch the cooks do their job. He's having a crisis. And if we go up, we can see where everybody eats. And again, look at that lighting. I can't say it enough. It's beautiful. And even a glass floor here, very special. I can't say whether or not it's safe. And you can look down the main shopping street whilst you have your potatoes. And this is a back door into the armor room, which doesn't make any sense, but it's just how it happened. And then there's also a back door here which leads to the...
I wonder if the data I'm collecting will serve any purpose.
So I'll show you to the left now. This is, again, our second gate, our second entryway. Double doors for extra security. And again, very boring gate. I would like to spruce this up. I need better designs for my entryways, but this is what we've got so far.
The influx of data is hard to process. Apologies if
Let's
sometimes
see,
I make
what
little
have
sense. I will work
missed.
on it.
Oh, yes, so there's also, which maybe I forgot to show you, this, which I need to put some fencing in and decorate it still. I did do it, and then my game crashed. I am on survival mode, and I just could not be bothered. I'd done so much and then lost the load. I put a load back in, and I just thought, screw it. It's just a couple of fences and stuff. I'll do it later. And this just overlooks the main path here. Nothing special. Art's art. Where does he do his art? He does his art in here. And also in charge of the newspapers. He does all this painting and very creative stuff. Very inspiring that, well, maybe he's lost his inspiration recently. He seems to just be painting where he works, but, well, like a writer's block, artist's block. Kind of like me with this base, I suppose, and that building, that structure.
Let's get the show on the road.
That, I think that's about everything. Oh, no, I'm missing the VIP room. So to get to the VIP room, you have to go through here. Hence, it's VIP. Not everybody's allowed. Only if Dogmeat
It is hard to determine
says
whether
it's
the
okay.
surface is more or less
Dogmeat's got his own
susceptible
little
to
base down
outbreaks,
here.
but a preparation
Gotta give
plan
him
is
something better
never a
than
bad
just
idea.
a little doghouse. if you cut through and up here, then you'll get to the VIP room. A lovely sofa, drinks bar, cards, cigars, and a good overview of what's going on down there, where you can avoid any possible drama and fights and stay safe up here. And that is behind the hospital. It's a little bit of a faff to get out of there, as you can see. There we go. And yeah, that's it. I guess that's everything. So if you have, if you have any questions or tips and ideas, let me know. If this is a good, useful video, then great. I hope it helps. I hope it was fun, and let me know. And let me know which base to go to next after I've finished cleaning this up. Where should I go next? What should I do? What should I build? I might do some smaller builds because this is getting tiring, designing all of this, even if it is fun. Yeah, and I might see about making these into like blueprints where people can download them and add them into their own settlement and roam around them and have fun in them. We'll see. So thanks for watching, and I will be uploading another video which is just a quick tour with no audio, which I'm sure people will probably appreciate as much, if not more. So thanks for watching, and yeah, subscribe if you want to see more.